This video has been made possible by BENQ. If you're a digital artist in need of a professional grade monitor, then check out BENQ.com. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Mike here. So today we're going to be doing a conveyor system, or well, it's not a belt, it's a conveyor system. You know, ones you see in factories and whatnot. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the casing, if you will, and for that we'll take a simple polygon plane. We'll hit F to frame that. We'll hit Control A to open up the attribute editor. Let's set that to 1 by 1. That's fine for now. And then we're going to hit E to rotate it. Hold down J, flip it on its side like so. Then we're going to hit R to scale it out. Give it a proper length. Let's squish that in a little bit. That would be about right for the initial section. And then we'll go in here and take this edge, Control E to extrude. W to pull in, G to repeat, W to pull down, and G to repeat and W to push in. Something like that, right? And then we'll take the top one here and we'll do that one more time, and we'll push it out in this direction. So that's going to be our initial frame, or one piece of it, right? So we're going to go in here, we're going to give it some thickness. So Control E to extrude. Doesn't have to be that thick. 0.01 should be fine. And then we're going to raise the whole thing up a little bit and have a look. And yeah, nice. Okay, so now that we have that, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in I don't know what these things are called. So you got the rollers here, and then they're fastened on the side there. I don't know what it's called. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll take, let's see, we'll take a polygon cylinder, E to rotate, hold on J, flip it on its side, Control A to open up the attribute editor. That's actually already open. Let me do that again. There you go. And let's go to 6 subdivisions, maybe 5 even. Yeah, 6. Okay. So 6, then we're going to hit R to scale it down quite a bit, W to move that in, and then we're going to get that in line with this guy right here. So this we're going to pull down, hit W, hold on X, and there you go. 4 for wireframe mode. We'll take this little guy and hit R to scale it down quite a bit on center. Then we're going to hit W and move it to the end over there. F to frame. That looks to be in position nicely. Control D to duplicate. W to move. And we're going to move it to, I would say, hold on X, move it to there. And then we're going to hit Shift D and move our way over. Okay, so continue to hit Shift D. And let's see how that measures out. I think it's pretty good. Now we need to put those in place, of course. So we're going to drag select. We're going to hit W. We're going to push them in something like this. That looks fine. And once we have that, we're going to drag select the whole thing. We're going to go to mesh and combine, modify center pivot. And then we're going to hit Control D to duplicate. E to rotate, hold down J and flip it around like so, and then hit W and move it over. All right, that looks okay. Now we need to create rolls. So what we'll do is we'll take a polygon cylinder, we'll hit E to rotate, hold down J, and that is actually centered. So what we'll do here is we'll take this, we'll jump to the top, hit F to frame, go to modify and center pivot. And actually it seems that this is not combined yet. Yeah, modify and center pivot. So we can hit W and we can hold down X and move it to the center so we know where we're at, right? Okay. Now we want to have rolls. So we'll take this guy, we'll move it over here, and then we'll start to make it smaller. So let's hold down V and snap it in there, and then we're going to hit R to scale it down, and we want it to be, actually it has to be slightly bigger than the top there, otherwise it would hit the frame, right? We don't want that. So let's see if we can make that work. We're gonna scale that out. And if you want to add a little detail here, what we can do is we can hit W, pull that up, and we're going to go in here, right click on the face, hold on the tab key, select that, and hold on the tab key again while holding shift, and come on. Let me try that again. Tab key, and tab key. I think I have to do that one by one. No, it's okay. Control E to extrude. We're going to go with an offset of 0.1, 0.05. That should be fine. Yeah. And then we're going to go and hit extrude, hit R, and kind of scale it in like so. G to repeat, R to scale in. And G to repeat, and R to pull out. And let's make that fit, right? So we're going to go to the top here. We need to push that back a little. So that's okay. And now we need to have it centered on our bolts there, right? Doesn't seem to be. Let me see. Looks like it's centered on one side, so we might need to adjust this frame later, but we'll see, okay? So we got that. We're going to take this guy. We're going to Control D to duplicate, W to move. We're going to move that right there, F to frame. And we're going to hold on X, yeah. And then we're going to hit Shift D a bunch of times and move all the way over. Now, there might be a chance that the other side isn't aligned, but actually it is. It looks okay, so that's good, yeah? So now that we have all these, we're going to go in here, we're going to drag, select them, and we're going to pull them down. All right, let's make sure they're in the right position. Let's hold down X. There you go. And that's our first section complete, right? Okay, so we're gonna drag select all of this. We're gonna Control G to group it, W to raise up, to about there. And what I kind of want to do is build a frame for it. So let's do that. And we're gonna go in, we're gonna take a polygon cube. We'll raise that up, F to frame, R to scale out. Let's push that in a little, like so. Yeah. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the alignment is okay. So 4 for wireframe mode. And I kind of want that to be aligned with the bottom part of that frame, right? So we're going to hit W, we're going to move that up, and then we're going to hit R, and we're going to scale it back just a little, like so. We're going to hit W, we're going to push that down. We're going to hit Control I to insert edge loop. Let's do multiple and 2. And then I'm going to hit R and move them out to about there, I would say. That's fine. Then we're going to go in here. We're going to hit Q on the keyboard, go and select 1 and shift select 2. Control E to extrude, W to pull up. All right. So that's the section that's going to be touching the frame, like that, and we need to do a small correction, looks like. It's not too bad, but we'll do it nevertheless. Hit R. That should be fine. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, we're going to hit W, push that up. R to kind of pull that in like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy and this guy, and let's push them in a bit further like so. Yeah. And then we're going to go in here into face mode, 1 and 2, Control E to extrude, W to push down, which will give us the legs for the conveyor, which looks okay, I would say. I'll make it a bit longer. There you go. And then of course we want to scale the whole thing in a little bit. It doesn't have to be that thick. That would be fine, I would say. All right. So what we're going to do, as before, we're going to W, move it over here, and we want a number of these, of course. And you can make these as elaborate as you want. It's up to you, but that's just a choice. Okay. So Control D to duplicate, W to move. We're going to hold down X. Let's put one here. I would say something like this. Hit Shift D a couple of times. Let's see how that pans out. That's pretty good. Right? So now we have one of these. Okay, so if you like, you can put in cross braces. I think that will make it look a bit better. I'm not too satisfied with the thickness though. So let me just fix that, right? So we're gonna go in here, we're gonna hit R, we're gonna push that in. I think that looks a lot better. Then we're gonna go in here, after frame, and we're gonna hit Control D to duplicate, W to move, hold down X to about there, Shift D a couple of times, and there we go. And then what we can do is put in a cross brace, right? Or a bar or something like that. So we'll take a cube, we'll hit R, we'll scale it out, and then we'll make it nice and thin. Don't go crazy on that. And the W, pull that up. After frame it, let's go in here and I think we're gonna bring that in. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna hit R, we're gonna bring it in, and let's make it fit nicely. So let's put that in here, and then we'll put that in here. After frame, pull that in, there you go. And then we're gonna repeat this. So Control D to duplicate. And we'll put one, I would say here. Now, we need to make them thinner, a lot thinner. So we're gonna go in here, we're gonna hit R, we're gonna make them almost like a strip, if you will. Hit W, pull that in here like so, that looks fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to Mesh and Combine. We're going to jump to the top, after frame, Control D to duplicate, and W to move. We'll move one to, I would say, about there. And to be perfectly symmetrical, we're going to select both of these, go to Mesh and Combine, modify center pivot, and now we can jump to the top, hit W to move it, hold down X, and snap it perfectly to the middle, right? So yeah, it's pretty straightforward, but it's something that you can use in all sorts of environments, in factories, airports, whatnot. Yeah, that's how easy it is. This is the one I wanted to show you guys, and yeah, like I said, it's very easy. If you want to do some elevation, you can just take the whole thing and tilt it upwards and all that kind of cool stuff. Yeah, so yeah, that's it, guys, for this video. Let me know if you got any questions, and that said, see you guys next time. Bye.